Okay, so I'm a shameless flirt with daddy issues. I'll admit that. But that's all it ever was, flirting. I didn't set out to spoil my marriage. I never intended to cuckold my husband. I'd never been unfaithful before, never cheated on a boyfriend, and certainly not my fiance. Until now. I didn't mean for it to happen. I love David with all my heart, I swear, all my heart. But not all my body. No, there's something inside me that needs something else. Something strong and wrong and dirty. God, help me. If Sean had never wandered into the bookstore, I could have been the picture-perfect wife. Oh, but I know that's not true. Sean was always going to be in the picture, and whether I met him that day in the bookstore or on my wedding day, he would always know exactly what to say to turn me on. How could I resist him? He's a silver-haired fox, a great big alpha male that knows what he wants and how to take it. And oh, Lord, he took me. He took me good and hard. It began on the Friday before my wedding. I was finishing up my shift at the bookstore, rearranging our new display of YA novels. I smirked as I carefully stacked a pile of moody-looking teenagers next to a pile of equally moody-looking teenagers. I set a wire stand atop one of the piles and slotted a hardcover into it. I gazed at the teens trapped in the latest iteration of bland dystopia and couldn't suppress my snort. Now that's the sound of a woman with an opinion. He was standing across the table with his arms crossed over his chest. The shirt was gray silk, and he wore it without a tie. It matched his steel-gray hair and his gray eyes verging on green. His size, his posture, his eyes all reminded me of an impending rainstorm. And yet his skin was tan as faded leather and vibrant with life, as if he'd spent his best years under a rising sun. His eyebrows still had some black amidst the gray, and they shaded his gaze with inviting shadows. He carried a book under one arm and gazed at me with relaxed fascination. I got that feeling I get whenever I encounter a handsome older man. That is to say, major parts of my brain shut off, and most of my stomach dropped to my knees. His look was enough to get my juices flowing, and if he kept staring at me like that, I'd need to change my panties when I got home. I have lots of opinions, I said. And because I am a shameless flirt, I couldn't help my finger from twirling a lock of hair over my ear. The silver fox recognized the gesture. With a single smile, he revealed so much about himself, and nothing at all. With easy confidence, he slowly wandered around the table. I wandered counterclockwise to keep the table between us. He picked up the book I'd been arranging and appraised the moody teens. "Not your favorite?" he asked. I was biting my nail now. No, I'm a total poser. I've barely read any of these things. They just all seem so ephemeral. Bunch of teens band together to fight back against the man in some interchangeable post-apocalyptic pseudo-commentary on modern times. He continued to gaze at the book, looking for the merit in my critique. "You don't like a little escapism?" I chuckled. I'm getting married this weekend. Make-believe dystopias don't frighten me. My wedding planner does. Grinning, he thumped the book and returned it to its stand. "I hear that.